About a year ago, our family was considering what we should do for a winter vacation in early 2025. We decided that we were going to try something new, and we booked a cruise. The trip that fit our price range was a 5-day cruise through Royal Caribbean that set sail out of Port Canaveral near Orlando, Florida. You can never really plan for these things to work out this way, but we ended up leaving Edmonton on a particularly cold day in February. Now, I normally work in a suit, but this week required me to suit up in thermal gear to stay alive. It was the kind of cold day where you really wish you could trade the snow for some sun. As is our custom, we made a point to stay at the Renaissance the night before our flight at the Edmonton International Airport. If we're on vacation, I want to make it as fun as possible, and I know that driving down the highway from the city to the airport when it's in the minus 30 zone at 4 in the morning is not fun. I'd much rather we wake up at the airport and take the elevator down to the gate. We flew directly from Edmonton to Florida and arrived a day before our cruise departed. We spent the night at a hotel near the port and made our way to the ship after breakfast. Our ship for this cruise was the Voyager of the Seas, the first of the Voyager class vessels that was launched in 1999. I was really impressed with how organized the whole boarding process was to get people on board. As long as you arrived at your designated time, it was probably no more than 30 minutes from start to finish. One of the first things you need to do is go through a safety check and report to your evacuation point so that you know where to go in an emergency. Exploring the ship was our first order of business. It would be hard for someone to not be amazed at how big these cruise ships are. Voyager had 15 decks with a variety of fun things to do for people of all ages. Our boys were really interested in the arcade, and they were thrilled to spend some time playing there. Now, I had expectations around the food, and if I'm honest, I had a low but realistic expectation about what we would have. And I was pleasantly surprised. The food was excellent, tasty, and abundant. And enough chicken fingers and buttered pasta to satisfy the cravings of any child. We feasted like royalty every single day. Our kids were also adventurous and tried some of the French dishes. I think this happened because the servers acknowledged them and helped them feel important and special. We had great experiences in the main dining room. But my most treasured feature on this ship was our ocean view balcony. I loved taking in the deep blue ocean accented by the white caps of waves. I had time to look out into the ocean and think. I wouldn't want to do a cruise in the future without this feature. Our stateroom was small, but did the trick for us. We were comfortable and had everything we needed. I have to say, waking up and opening up the curtain to see this kind of view was a real blessing. In the morning, we were able to disembark and take a quick taxi ride to Chunkanab National Park. While visiting the park, we were able to have an interactive experience with dolphins. The park also had some recreated Mayan archaeological artifacts and a nice easy trail for our family to walk. Our cruise also made a stop at Royal Caribbean's private island in the Bahamas, which I'm still in awe of when you consider the sheer size of the entire operation. The island had all kinds of activities to enjoy. Many of these activities are included, but there were some premium activities that you could do at a cost. But honestly, we were very happy and content with just being able to enjoy the beach that included the grill barbecue restaurant and a pool. We don't often get to enjoy these kind of experiences. As a parent, it was really good for me to see the kids having such a good time. I've used the word abundant before, and it's a word that I continue to associate with the experiences we had on this cruise. To be honest, I grew up believing that these kind of experiences would always be out of reach for me. Traveling has not gotten old for me. Sitting in an airplane, flying through the air at over 800 miles an hour and landing somewhere else in a matter of hours still feels miraculous for me. So here's the thing. I'm not a great critic when it comes to evaluating an experience. I'm much more interested in sharing my thoughts on what I appreciate about an experience. There's a whole cottage industry of people who want to spend time and energy to tell the world what they don't like about things. People are eager to hear about dirt. I'm just not interested in dishing it. You can go online now and Google a review of Royal Caribbean Voyager of the Seas, and you'll find that most people, just like us, really enjoyed their experience. Like us, most people were delighted to enjoy spending time on this moving city that had climbing walls, pools, a skating rink, a theater for the performing arts, a laser tag maze, and the ability to randomly grab a slice of pizza whenever you needed a snack. As with all things, you'll also likely find someone who, in the face of such abundance, will complain. And I guess the small space I want to carve out for myself and my family in this world is a space that is grateful for the gifts that we have. Before we began this vacation, we sat down as a family and I asked everyone what's the one thing that's important to them for this trip. I did this because I wanted to make sure that we all do our best to make this a good trip for each other. I have one rule that I ask of myself and my family when we travel. That rule is this, that we say thank you to the people who serve and take care of us. I think this outlook is what helps me enjoy my travels. Now, this perspective is with me because I have traveled to different places in the world, and I know how most of the world really lives. Years ago, I was in Juarez, Mexico, along the Rio Grande and the U.S.-Mexican border. While I was there, I took a photo of the area, and as I snapped the photo, something unintended happened. Two little girls ran ahead, and I inadvertently caught a picture of them playing together. I rarely take pictures of people in the developing world. And if I do take a photo, it's because someone has asked me to take it. I'm very uncomfortable taking pictures of people I don't know in the developing world. The lack of relationship with the individuals in the frame can make photos self-serving. Also, I come from a wealthy nation, and taking uninvited pictures of the poor is in bad taste. I keep this photo because it's a reality check for me. I'm not going to complain about a vacation experience on the water when I know there are places in the world where it can be a struggle to find clean drinking water. The majority of the world cannot afford a vacation. Most families don't get to eat from buffet lines. And at my very core, I'm so grateful that anytime I've heard the words, "Dad, I'm hungry," from my kids, my wife and we've been able to meet those needs. We enjoy the possibilities of life. We have options. And there's nothing special about us that entitles us to a luxurious boat ride on the sea. I'm not saying you're not entitled to an opinion. I just think any chance to travel and see the world should be met with gratitude. If you can maintain that outlook in your heart, then gratitude will fortify your ability to enjoy life. It will help you be happy with a quick road trip to Jasper or a work-free weekend. And I also want to add here that the response to your own fortunes is not guilt. The last thing I want for anyone spending time with me here on this video is to feel guilty about having a restful and enjoyable experience. Guilt is not constructive, and it's a force that does little to inspire change in the world. So don't lean into guilt. Lean into gratitude. Because gratitude expresses itself in a very powerful force. Someone who is truly grateful for what they have will be gracious and generous. That, my friends, is the best way to sail through life.